Hi, my name is Daniel Jones, and today I would like to talk about the Georgia Taxpayer's Return of Real Property. This is a form that the Georgia Department of Revenue developed. It's called the PT50R, and you can find it on our website, fairassessments.com, State Profiles, Georgia. The primary purpose of this form is the discovery and taxation of real estate. The state of Georgia has a vested interest in having the counties discover all of the taxable real estate out there and having it assessed properly, because the state gets a cut of all the property tax revenue that the counties generate. So the state has compelled the taxpayers in Georgia to return their property for taxation. However, the primary purpose of the form is to pick up additions to value. Back in the day, before county governments were big, if you can remember back that far, the assessors didn't have a lot of resources. So if somebody raised a barn in the back 40, the state wanted to compel that person, that owner, to return the value of that barn for taxation. So that is the primary purpose of this form. In years past, this form was also used to ensure that you could get an appealable notice of assessment from the assessors. That is no longer true. Okay. Some people think that by filing this form, they're appealing their assessment. That has never been true. Okay. It used to be that you could file this form to ensure that you could appeal your value, but that's no longer true. The state has now compelled the assessors to send a property tax assessment notice to every real property owner every year, and that is what gives you the right to appeal, that notice of assessed value. The return, the taxpayer's return of real property, is not an appeal. Now, can you return a lower value on the return form? Yes, you can. If your barn burned down, you might want to return a lower value. And even though there isn't a comment field on the form, either write on the form or in a covering letter, I'm returning this lower value because my barn burned down. Can you file a return with a lower value because the market has changed? If your physical description hasn't changed, but the market has changed, yeah, there's no reason why you can't file a return at a lower value. Now, if you live in a small county and the assessors don't get a lot of returns, maybe your return value will be given some consideration. But if you live in metro Atlanta like I do, and the assessors at every county are getting ready to send out 200,000, $250,000 assessment notices in April, and they get a bunch of these at the end of March, are you going to go over tens of thousands of returns when you're trying to get 250,000 assessment notices in the mail? Or are you just going to send out the notices and wait to see how many people appeal? I know I'm waiting for people to appeal. I'm going to give very little consideration to all those returns. Here's your value. Appeal it if you want to. Okay, that's the way it's going to go. So the primary purpose of this form is to return value for taxation. That's what the state wants. They want the counties to discover all of the taxable value out there. It is not an appeal form. You will get an annual notice of assessment sometime in the next few months. That's what gives you the right to appeal. I hope that helps, and if I can help in any other way, please contact us at fairassessments.com. Thanks.